Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. We are so excited to be here with the Masked Educator show for you. And we are going to start out just by introducing ourselves just a little bit. And so my name is Mandy Froehlich, and I am just unbelievably excited to be able to be the guesser on today's show. Jen, do you want to go next?
I sure do. Now, I'm not sure if everyone can see us because I think you're still sharing just the screen.
And that's me.
Hey, there we are.
Hi. Wait, there we go. There we go. We got this. Okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Casa-Todd. I am thrilled to be here. And I was the person who selected our very first guest. So kind of excited about that. And I guess that means that I'm going to start tabulating the points tonight. You'll hear a little bit about that later. And I'm just so happy to be here.
Hello, everyone. Super excited to be here, too. I am Tisha Richmond, a tech integration specialist in Southern Oregon, and I am so excited for tonight. So happy to be here. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Okay, so we're going to go on and tell you just a little bit about the Masked Educator show. And basically, this is all created around the premise of fun is mandatory, learning is optional for us here tonight, and we have almost no idea what we're doing. So we are making this up as we go along. The points barely matter. They matter a little bit, but just barely. And so we do have some opportunities for the audience to play along and to even win with the non-mattering points. And so we're going to go through a little bit of what that looks like. And so Sarah is here with us tonight, joining us. We love Sarah Thomas. And so the way that this is going to work is you have to guess the Masked Educator before we do. And so we have a special guest that's going to be coming on and joining us. And they are going to be giving us some clues, and we're going to be able to ask questions. And we're going to see if we can guess the Masked Educator before you. And so for tonight, my gameplay nemesis is going to be Tisha and the audience. And so we're all going to be playing against each other in order to win. So now you may be saying, how do I win? Well, let me tell you how you win. First of all, you're going to have to get points. And this is how you get points. Jen is going to be introducing a clue package for you. If you guess it after the clue package, you get 1,500 points. That is a crazy amount of points.
Wait, I think I have a sound effect.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. Okay. You get 1,500 points. If one of us guesses it after question 1, we get 1,000. After question 2, 750. After question 3, 500. After question 4, 250. And so you can also guess something on the clue slide. And if you do, it's 150 points. So let's just say that there is an emblem of the Green Bay Packers, and you're like, oh my gosh, they might be from Wisconsin. And if you're right, you get 150 points. Now the question becomes, how do we report our points? Well, we have that figured out for you too. On the next slide, you'll notice that we have a bit.ly set up for you that goes to a form. Now, I have some very, very important information about this bit.ly. Okay, it's very important that you pay attention right now. It is bit.ly/lockitIn, but they have to be all capital letters. Okay, only capital letters. If you do bit.ly/lockitIn with lowercase letters, you're going to be brought to a really weird website about bodies. So we don't want that. Please just make sure that you focus on keeping your letters capitalized. Okay. So you're going to go to bit.ly, lock it in. You are going to put your point totals in, and we are going to see who wins this game. Once we have gone through and we've tried to guess and we've lost or won, or I've won, which is probably going to happen, our mystery guest is going to answer some questions for us. And we even have little like activities that they could potentially be doing. And so we're really, really excited about this.
I'm sorry, mystery guest. If you're backstage, I forgot to tell you about the activities. I'm sorry.
There's activities. I hope you have your dancing shoes on. So,
all right. So are we ready for the clue package? I had to hide this for my friends, so I'm going to actually now take this off. And so the one question I have is if somebody is kind of figuring it out, could they go to Twitter and go to Google in the audience and try to figure it out? I think so. I think that's fair. Is that fair?
Oh, yeah, you can Google, but don't tell anybody.
Right. So it's really important that you don't put your guess in the chat. But if you do guess any of the items on the clue package, you can put your guess down, because remember, for this part, you're going to get 150 points for each part of this that you guess correctly before Mandy and Tisha. All right. I remember Susie Hiley saying, "Oh, I love the Masked Singer because they have these incredible and thoughtful clues." And then I looked, and it was this like very intricate video with like hidden clues. Well, I didn't have time for any of that. So you get a slide and I'm going to reveal it. Yeah. If you figure out, you could potentially get up to 1,500 points on here, I think, or maybe 1,000. Because there are several clues that you can guess here. Okay, so here we go. And start guessing.
Oh, you could say I'm a force.
That has something to do with Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I see
somebody in Florida.
Oh, there's a graduate.
Who said Florida?
I did.
Okay, Mandy gets Florida. 150.
Whoa. So do we both get Star Wars? I feel like we said that at the same time.
Yes, but Star Wars was incorrect. So keep going.
Oh.
All right. I see a graduation cap. So this person graduated recently, maybe.
Wait. Justin Schleider just guessed George Couros. Does he get minus 500 points for guessing without actually knowing?
Anybody who guesses George Couros is negative 10,000 points. So Justin, I'm so sorry. Oh my God.
All right, keep going. Okay. Time is ticking. Keep going.
Somebody who does karaoke. That was a super inappropriate hand gesture I just made, but somebody who does karaoke.
Somebody who does karaoke, no, not quite. Douglas is guessing a new doctor, and no.
I think California.
Dan has just locked in.
I would say California or Florida because I see the sunshine and it looks like a citrus fruit. I think an orange. So I'm thinking California or Florida could be the state where the person lives. Am I right?
Mandy already guessed Florida. I gave her 250.
Okay.
So they're a writer. Is that what that middle one is? They're
yes,
a writer.
Mandy gets the writer for 150.
You raise me up. They're a singer.
You raise me up. They're a singer. She gets another 150.
Oh, wait a minute.
Of course, Dr. Dan, maybe a military branch.
The
audience just got 150 points.
Oh my gosh, I think I might know who this is.
Arizona gets no sun love. No,
Justin, don't guess in the chat.
Names. You're so silly.
Justin, you have to go to
Masked Educator is. Would you put it on the form? There should be no names in the form whatsoever. Okay, thanks, Sarah. If you think you locked it in, go to bit.ly/ lock it in all capitals to lock in your guess.
So when Tisha and I
guess, Justin, but we're not acknowledging any guesses yet because you're actually losing points if you guess incorrectly at this stage of the game. All right, shall we bring in our Masked Educator who is now backstage? Tell me the person that's backstage.
There we go. They are backstage. Okay. Mystery guest.
Hello, mystery guest. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can ask questions. All right.
Okay. So, Mr. Guest. Okay, so first thing that we have to do, so we have like some logistical things that we have to go through here on the Masked Educator in order to get going. The first thing is we have to play rock, paper, scissors in order to figure out who goes first with Tisha or I. Since I'm already winning so much, I feel like I should let her go first. But I also feel like we need to play by the rules. So we're going to go rock, paper, scissors.
All right, we have to stop though. People are guessing in the chat. And you have to stop that, friends. There's no guessing people in the chat. If you feel like you know who it might be, then you need to go into the Google form and lock it in. So I'm going to take points away from the audience right now. So audience, get back down to 0 because you guys are breaking the rules.
10,000 points. Okay. So ready? Rock, paper, scissors? Rock, paper, scissors. You cheated because you were asking.
You are not going with the right.
Wait, can our mystery guest undo the camera now and you can ask the questions to the person?
No, he can't undo his camera.
No.
Well, I think the guest is wearing a mask, yes?
Oh, if they're wearing a mask, they
Definitely
can.
wearing a mask.
Absolutely.
I love it. That is so good.
That is amazing.
That really is.
That's so good.
So I feel like there's a clue. Is there a clue on the mask? There's an A. So I feel like that might mean something.
I don't know.
America. Captain America. Okay. So you won. So you can go ahead with your first question.
Okay, so my first question is, have I met you in real life?
Yes.
Oh, I like that voice. Okay. It's very mysterious. Okay. So my question is, could you sing us a couple bars of your favorite song?
Look
at the mask laugh.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong and I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Wow. Yeah, a round of applause.
That, my friends, is part of why I invited our very first guest who could actually sing.
Wow, that was super impressive. I feel like we need a special sound effect for that.
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
do we have a special sound effect? No,
that was
like an applause. We need better sound effects. So anyone who knows a good sound effect app, you can throw that in the chat right now.
Yeah, we're looking.
John Legend is our guest.
Yeah, we've really got connections. That was amazing. Thank you, Mr. Guest. Your turn, Tisha.
Well, okay. So I'm wondering, since we're on this singing, I'm wondering if this mystery guest possibly could have sang EdTech karaoke at maybe ISTE.
That's a possibility.
Oh, a possibility. Ooh, that is very vague.
That is. I feel like we need more of a direct answer. I feel like that really should be yes or no.
Guys, how close are you? Are you locking it in, anyone? Because I've got 5 people who've guessed.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I have mine. Are you an EduMatch author?
Oh.
The answer is yes.
I'm locking in.
Locking in. Mandy is locking in. We are only at, how many questions are we at? We asked 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. So Mandy, you're locking in at 750. If my math is right.
No, go
Tell
back.
us.
250.
Pardon?
The more questions you get, the lower they go. Be 250.
Right. So I thought we were okay. So for 250 only?
Yeah.
Okay. So for 250, Mandy, who is our mystery guest?
I think it's Dean Gainey.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it. But here is the very interesting thing. Sarah locked in at 8:07 with Dean Gainey.
Wow.
So the audience right now is at, well, because Justin lost them 150 points, the audience is at 1,500 points. And you, my friend, are at 500 points. Oh, well. That's okay. So, Dean, we'd love to be able to continue to have a conversation with you. So you can take the mask off. Thank you so much for being our mystery guest.
Yes, awesome.
So we'll give you an opportunity to introduce yourself, and then we have a couple of fun questions on our wheel. So take it away and say hello.
I think he's on mute.
You got to unmute yourself, Dean.
Sorry about that. So, of course, my name's Dean. Thank you, Jen, for the invitation. Mandy already called out that I'm an EduMatch author. Tisha already called out that I sang at ISTE karaoke in San Antonio, so that was a lot of fun. But I am also an educator in Orlando, Florida, and I've been teaching for 15 years, and I was just really stoked when I was asked by Jen to be a part of this for the first time. So this was great.
So awesome.
We're so excited you're here.
So excited.
Because I thought we kept saying this is kind of a spinoff on the Masked Educator. I needed a singer.
Yeah.
You have to tell us what you've been doing for the past few days. How many days has it been now on Twitter?
Today is day 9. Today was day 9.
Day 9. Exactly, John. He has been crooning each day of Christmas. Makes my day. Can I just share my screen for a moment before we go to the Wheel of Names? I just want to share my screen again to show you that I thought I was really clever with some of the things. Like some of them were a little bit obvious. He's doing his doctorate. So instead of putting it on his hat, I put it there. So he's a student. And Dean actually sang at one point with Josh Groban. Can you tell us a little bit about that story?
That's awesome.
Amazing.
So that was, 19 years ago in 2001, right here in Orlando at the TD Waterhouse Center. Totally didn't, I don't normally get a chance to do things like that. That was probably the first time that's ever happened. But I'm so glad it did. And now I can live to tell the tale, and I have all the proof and all that stuff too. So it was fun. And that was actually the song that I was able to sing with him.
I didn't even know that. See, look how good. I'm more clever at this than I thought.
I wanted to say, Jennifer, I love what you did on that. Cause I was looking, I was like, oh my gosh. I would totally look at that and say, yeah. But it's really good. It's really well done. So
well, thank you. And I think the pièce de résistance, however you pronounce that, is the little Air Force symbol on the C. And I think maybe Doug Tim was the only one who noticed that. Or somebody, please, someone say you noticed that, because that would have been great. Anyway.
Awesome.
All right. So we're ready for the Wheel of Names. So we get to know Dean a little bit more. Now, Dean, I have to tell you, you may or may not have to do some weird things. We're sorry.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so here we go.
All right. So these are just extra questions and stuff for you to get to know you a little bit better, Dean.
So please describe your favorite movie using charades.
And then we'll guess.
Oh, this is going to be. Ooh, this.
Wait. So we give points to the audience. So whoever guesses first gets points. We might as well.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Points don't matter anyway.
Okay. Can I say something before I start? Because I have to stand up and you won't really be able to see my feet. But anyway, I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
Important.
Okay. All right. We're ready. Here we go.
All right. I'm going to
improvise. Yeah, you can guess in the chat, friends.
Okay, I'm going to improvise.
A rowing in a boat.
No, it's a
It's a
shovel.
movie. It's got to be a movie. Is it a movie? No. What is he doing? Anybody?
It's down,
Painting.
Down.
and the ground, down, under, down,
Below.
6. Isn't there like 6 feet below, 50
Walls.
feet below?
Holes? Is that your favorite movie?
That's amazing.
So I
That's
really,
one of our favorite movies. That's awesome.
I really do love that movie for so many reasons, and it's stuck with me for years. And it's probably kind of strange of all the movies that are out there, but that one, I don't know, it just speaks to me.
All right.
That's awesome.
Well, that's awesome. Okay. And I would like to point out that no one in the chat got that right. I'm not competitive at all. All right. Here we go again.
Grave digger. So I think I guessed like 6 feet below, which I'm not even sure is an actual movie. So Sarah and I were like this.
And you kind of already did this, but showcase your special talent. I guess we need maybe a holiday thing. Maybe a holiday.
Sure. Have. Okay, here we go. Try to find my key. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Wow.
Lord, Dean, that is amazing.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right. Well, after that, hopefully we get to do something that makes you look silly, because that was just incredible. No,
Yeah, that was
way too awesome.
that was amazing.
Uh-oh. I saw that dance one on there. I was like, oh gosh.
Oh, it just passed that. It just passed that. What, my friend, is your favorite ed tech tool?
This is a very hard question. I've never had a harder question to answer. I love using multiple things. And so I guess, right now, I would say GimKit. And I, because it's completely engaging for my students, I think I've played GimKit every day for the past 2 weeks with my students because they have asked me to. And they are completely hooked on it. And there's these new features on there that engage them even more, like the Among Us feature, game mode. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're not going to play any other game besides that one.
You know what? I love that it was created by a student, like for a project. For me, that is right. The fact that you could tell it was created by a student. That's why I feel like it's so engaging. Josh is awesome. So,
and he's such a sweet kid too, I think, which makes it that much better.
He really is. He really is.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, Canadian spelling, friends. Favorite is with an OU. Yes. Yeah. You can leave. No, I'm kidding. Don't be the only Canadian on here. Come on.
On my phone, sometimes when I type words like favorite and honor, it wants to have it with the UR instead of the OR.
There you go. And there's another Canadian in the chat. There you go, Jen. We have to stick together. Okay, so Tish, I'll let you ask this question.
Yes, so I would love to know a magical moment that you've had in teaching, maybe in the last week. It could be a little longer, but that's something that just sticks out as like, wow, that was a moment to remember.
Oh boy, that's a loaded question, Tisha. I will start by saying I've had many magical moments in the classroom. And probably the one that kind of speaks to me and might speak to other people the most is the opportunity that students have to not just be the one who's receiving knowledge, but becoming the ones who create it and share it and facilitate it. And to see a student come in as a student, but in the process of the year turn into something so much more has been the magical moment. And so I think about those kids that may not have ever had that opportunity before. And it gives me chills because I know that something happened in here that will forever change the life of that student or those students. And that's really why I do what I do. So that's how I would answer that question.
Wow. That's an amazing answer. That is awesome. How I would love to just be in your classroom for a day just to see the magic that's created. That's incredible.
I'm humbled and honored. So I try to keep, but I'm honored. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
You have another spin?
I think we have time for one more. I just spun, so I hope we have time for one more.
Uh-oh.
This is another hard one. You're allowed one pass. Do you want to pass this one? Now, who's a must follow on social media?
That's a hard one too, Jen. I have to say there's so many great people. All of you on here. I mean, and everybody probably that are watching, I'm seeing the posts on the side. I mean, there's so many great things coming from so many places and so many honestly amazing people. So it's hard to pinpoint one.
But if you had to choose one, like
Mandy, it'd be Mandy, right?
I mean,
I know it seems like a cop out, but you guys should stop being so amazing, and then it might be.
Well, you know what? I have one. And I know it's not my question, but I think you're going to agree with this. We met how many years ago through Sarah Thomas in EduMatch, and I am noticing quite a few people who the connection is Sarah Thomas. So I would say she's maybe.
I would be inclined to agree with that. In fact, she was the one who I talked to about that book I published in 2018. And so it was a conversation I had with Dr. Sarah Thomas at the time. And I think that's probably a really big reason why it moved forward. So yeah, I think we can go with Sarah. Yes, for sure. For sure. And then just all the things that have happened since then. So absolutely.
Yeah. I just led you right into that. But there you go, Sarah. We love you.
We do love you. Sarah was one of the very first people that I met in EdTech world in 2014. I still remember meeting her at lunch at Miami Device in Florida. And no. It was before that. I went to her session. I went to a gamification session that she did at iPad Palooza in Austin I think it was June. And I was so amazed by that session. And so then I was kind of like fangirling at Miami Device when I met her at lunch. So
I feel like she's like the Kevin Bacon of education.
Right.
Like you're always like within 6 degrees of Sarah Thomas, no matter who you're talking to or where you are.
But I actually feel sad now because I feel like we've talked about her so much in this episode that having her on as a mystery guest in the future might just be too easy. We may not be able to have her on. I don't know.
Well, I think her reach is to so many people, like you just were saying, and she's so not about herself, and I think that's one of the things that makes her so much of a on that pedestal in all of our lives, is because she really is concerned about other people, and it's very easy to tell that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, she said she'd make it super hard.
Okay. Well, we should tell you that our next show is going to be on. Do you want to throw that up? Our next show is going to be same bit.ly, so bit.ly/Masked Educator, all lowercase, January 1st. Who has the mystery guest that time?
I do. I do. It's my mystery guest. And it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm not telling
It's
you.
a hard act to follow, but yeah, you could try.
Dean's really like it. It's you totally took this, like it's off with a bang with Dean as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for my guest next week as well. Or the first, not next week. Don't come on Christmas.
Yeah. It's the first and third Fridays at 8 p.m. We just wanted to make life a little lighter and more fun. Our tagline is, what is it, Tisha? Fun?
Fun is mandatory and learning is optional.
That's right. So we would love to see you back here. If you would like to be on the Masked Educator, please DM one of us quietly and we will make it happen. But again, you have to have a mask and a green, like that was pretty awesome, Dean.
Oh, that was great. That was
It's going to be hard to beat. That was a really great entrance.
Yeah, I mean, you sang and you were masked and there was green. I mean, that was awesome.
All of the things. That was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm grateful that you all had me on, and I just remembered something. I'm just going to say this since we were talking about Sarah Thomas, and somebody mentioned her singing. We did a slight duet in Tampa when she came down to Florida one of these times. I can't remember what conference we were at, but I don't know if she remembers that either. And it was one of those, I can't even remember the song, but I just thought I'd mention that since that came up in the chat.
I think we may have to get both of you on to reprise that duet at some point. Oh, maybe you can sing our intro and outro for us.
I was going to say, we don't have an intro or outro yet. So you know what? We need something.
That would be perfect. Oh my gosh. You have to.
Dun, 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 dun. No, just take it.
I'm down.
All right.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we'll be back on January 1st at whatever time zone you're in. You can find that on the screen right now. And so 5 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. CST, and 8 p.m. EST. We don't even account for Mountain Time. We figure there's not many people that live over there, and hopefully you're smart enough to figure it out. So we really hope that you guys have had fun tonight, and maybe you learned something. That part was optional. The points don't really matter, but you still won. So congratulations to the audience. All right, we'll see you guys on the 1st. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you
So much.